Hello everyone, Brother Vini is here. This is the second part of the video about making a set of wargame miniatures that depicts hardworking slave girls. In this video, as was promised, I will make a shovel and also arms. Arms are inextricably linked with the muscles of the body, so actually today we will make a whole upper part of the body. If you have some questions, you can ask me in comments. I will happy to communicate with you. The miniatures I'm making today was already released. It was casted in resin and now available in our web store. You can find the link under this video in the description. Actually, you can get all miniatures I make. Also, in our channel, you can find much more videos about wargame miniatures, about how I make it, about molding, casting, and assembling resin cast. If you like this theme, if you're interested in, please subscribe to our channel. Okay, so let's start and take a look how it was done. So the shovel starts with a handle. I take a small straight piece of metal wire and sculpted a handle over it. I also have added a light wooden texture on the handle because it makes any miniature much more expressive, and also it makes our painting this miniature much more easy and comfortable. Now let's make fists. The sense of this miniature is a movement depicts carrying heavy weight with a shovel. So, because I want to make it as reliably as possible, I should find the position of fists on the handle very correctly. Actually, it's about physics, it's about mechanic. From this point of view, I guess her right fist should be found somewhere almost at the end of the handle, and the left one will be somewhere in the middle, and it will play a role of the pivot point of the shovel. I repeat that my task now is to depict weight of the shovel, how heavy it is. I don't want it to look like paper toy in her hands. Okay, let's make fingers and thumb, and then smoothify the surface my usual way using brush wet with olive oil. Okay, now I'm going to make a shovel by itself. Because these characters are not modern ones, they depict some kind of ancient slaves. So I'm going to check some pictures in the web and take a look how that old-fashioned shovels actually look like. And as we can see, that medieval guys make their shovels absolutely not the same way that modern ones. As we can see, this old-fashioned shovel isn't actually made of steel generally, like the modern ones. It's rather the wooden tool with only a working edge made of iron. I guess it's because the iron was much more expensive in that old times. For making the shape of the shovel, I use my usual copper plate. I have bended it a little. And now let's try it on and correct the size. By the way, about the clay, as usually I use a Fimo. I guess it's a German product, and I strongly recommend it for making small miniatures like these. I remind that we are working in 28mm scale now. It's a wargame tabletop miniature. Now I'm sculpting that iron edge, and for making it more visual, I use a piece of clay of another color. Okay, it was baked, and now I can fix a little the thickness of this edge because I don't want it looks very raw. And also some rivets that hold this edge on the shovel. Of course, like any normal person, I like small details because they can tell us a story about a miniature, and anyway, they make a miniature much more interesting. But at the same time, my opinion is that we should use small details very wisely, because excess of details is also not so good. Okay, now let's drill our parts and start making her right arm. As a base, I will use a piece of very soft copper wire. It should be very soft because I will bend it over, finding a position of the arm, and I want to make it easy. Okay, let's try it on and fix a little. First, I control just the general length of the arm and its proportions. Okay, now let's mount it to the body and then find that only one correct position that it holds when you're carrying a heavy weight with the shovel. Something like this. By the way, when I have released this miniature, I have got that only one general compliment that I want to get. One guy has commented this picture and he said, "I like the movement, I see the weight of the shovel." So it's that word that I want to hear in this case. Okay, let's mount it finally and start sculpting by itself. Actually, I usually sculpt each part of the body with two different stages. The first one is some kind of base. It's a thin sketch of the future part. And as usual, I cover the surface with a lot of small notches that will provide me a better connection with the next layer of fresh clay. Then I bake it, and sculpting a future part over this is very easy and comfortable. Okay, now I'm going to sculpt muscles of the arm, and I guess it's no need to repeat how important for us is to know that anatomy. If we are speaking about sculpting a figure, it's literally the base of our art. If I want to sculpt beautiful miniature, especially a naked one or half naked, I should study very carefully where and how that muscles are connected with bones and how they deform in different positions. Actually, it's not so easy, but it's very interesting. Okay, now I'm sculpting the arm, and as you understand, the arm is not a kind of separated part of the body. It's linked very strong with muscles of the back and muscles of the chest. So actually, at the same time, now I'm working a whole right part of the upper part of the body. In this size, in 28 millimeters, muscles should be stylized enough. From one side, it should be anatomically correct, of course, but at the same time, it should be simplified a little. So I depict only most expressive muscles. Okay, now I start sculpting her back, and it's very interesting. I should say that usually people who study anatomy for artists pay much less attention to the back than the front part, and it's normal. It's in human nature that the front part of figure, the chest and the face, is much more interesting than back. But I should say that a good sculpted back makes such a great impression. That muscles are very impressive and beautiful if you spend some time to study it. So the final stage, smoothifying with oil. This character is a girl. She's very muscular and sporty, but anyway, I guess the surface of her body should be smooth. I don't want to depict it sharp or angular. Now let's make her left arm. In this case, it's lying on the torso, and I guess I don't need to use a piece of wire. I just make this base of a small piece of clay. As you can see, sculpting without wire inside is absolutely another technique. It needs some skills and experience. I know that there are some artists who sculpt only this way, but for me, it's much more comfortable to have a solid base under my clay when I'm working. For me, sculpting with wire inside is much more quiet and not so narrow. In this case, I have skipped it just because the position of the arm allows me it. As you can see, the arm just lying on the torso. Anyway, the result is the same, and when I will sculpt the arm by itself, I will have the solid base inside. And of course, that small notches that we already did on her right arm. Then I will bake the base and then sculpt the left arm and the left part of the back absolutely the same way like the right one. If you did not see the previous part of the video, I remind you that this miniature is the part of a set of 3 hardworking slave girls. They work very hard with picks and shovel, and they do some kind of mining. Also, this set is completed with a very beautiful basket full of some pieces that can depict any kind of coal or ore or gold, depending of how you will paint it. In our channel, we have even a separated video about creating that basket. Also, because I have got a lot of requests, I have made a modest version of this set. So I have dressed these girls in some kind of clothes, and now you can make your own choice and select more or less explicit version for your shelf. Actually, I should say that by myself, I like female slave characters very much, And it's not only one set by this theme in my range. You can check the showcase in the web store, and if you are interested in, you can find much more like this. Almost completed. I'm going to finish the left half of her back, and I just keep silence for a minute to allow you to see it attentively. So I guess the body is completed except of breast. From the physical point of view, female breast is very soft thing, and it absolutely depends of position of the chest and shoulders. So I always sculpt it as a final stage. Okay, almost completed. In the next part, we will sculpt that small beautiful things like hair, shovel on her head, of course her breast, and then I will show you how to make a mold of this beautiful lady for future replication. Thank you for attention. In the next video, we will continue, and I will make some small and sharp details that always decorate any miniature. I will make handcuffs, hair, and shawl wrapped on the head. Please subscribe to our channel and see you next week.